Now let's discuss some properties of vectors. So vectors, both in the plane and in space, so 2D and 3D vectors, have the following properties. Now let's just say u, v and w are three vectors in the plane or space, and let a and b be any real numbers. So basically a and b are constants, right? So they're just scalars. Then they have the following properties. So when you add two vectors, let's say you add u and v, that's equal to if you add v and u. That's just simple. And this is called the commutative property. Now, if you first add u and v, the vectors u and v, and then you add another vector w into the sum, that's equivalent or equal to as if you first add v and w and then you add u to the sum, right? And this is called the associative property. Now, if you have a vector u and you add it to its negative vector, so negative u or -1 into u, that's equivalent to as if you obviously subtract u from u, right? And when you basically add negative u to positive u, that gives you a zero vector, and this is called the inverse for vector addition. This not this really, this is the inverse of this, and when you add them up, it gives you a zero vector. Now, if you have a scalar a and you multiply that into the sum of vectors v and w, that's equivalent to as if you basically multiply the scalar a with v separately and you multiply the same scalar a with w separately and you add them up. These two things will give you the same result, and this is called the distributive property. Now, if you have a scalar a and a scalar b, right? If you multiply the scalar b with the vector u, the result that you get over here, if you multiply a with that result, it's equivalent to as if you basically multiply the two scalars first and that result is being multiplied with the vector u, and this is called scalar multiplication. So just to make life a bit easier, instead of just doing all the calculation on the vector with one scalar and then multiplying another scalar with that result, simply just multiply the two scalars and do the hard part, the multiplication with the vector, after that.